Hello, everybody, and welcome to the special holiday edition of the Tuesday Night Music Show. Here with the group, we have a lot of folks here that we will be introducing as we go tonight. The show, as always, is sponsored by DJ Event Planner. Check them out as well as our other sponsors in the description of this video on YouTube. Here's what we're doing tonight. We're going to go around the room and we're going to talk about our personal favorite Christmas songs that you like. Songs that these people like here. Maybe they work for gigging, maybe they don't. Don't matter. If you dig them, you dig them. So that's our show tonight. It's the Christmas show or the holiday show or whatever. So anyway, I've picked 10. And if somebody picks one of my songs, I will just raise my hand and say, yep, that was one of my songs. So my list will go down to 9. That's how we're going to try this and see how it works. I don't know. I'm just trying something. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Okay, but so, if I have the same song from a different artist, I don't.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't have to raise my hand.
I would just go ahead and save it and maybe use it next. But
okay,
we'll see how it goes as we go. Would you like to go first, Howie?
Well, sure, I will. This may be a little controversial, but it's a really good song. Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin' by Albert King. B.B. King's brother. Yeah.
Well, I don't have that one on my list. So
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was that again? Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin' by Albert King?
Yeah. Lovin' with a little asterisk up top. Love in, not loving. Lovin'.
So when did this song come out?
Let me slide over for the year. This can't be right unless it came on a compilation. It says 2019. It has to be younger than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Older than that. Sure. Well,
or older.
I will have to give that song a listen after the show because I've never heard of it.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna.
Well, it's pretty good. 102 BPM. And this is my personal list when I do the kids party.
Okay.
I don't play that, but I do a kids party. At a it's a shelter, and so the first hour Christmas songs, and they eat and do that, and then afterwards it's regular type dance music and stuff like that. But
not Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin'.
No, I don't play that one.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, there's our first song. Not what I expected, and that's fun. That's cool. So thank you for that, Howie.
Yes.
Eric, what do you got for us? First song.
First song I have from the 80s. I think it was 80s, but the group that did I Know What Boys Like, the Waitresses, and they did a song called Christmas Wrapping.
I remember that song. Yeah,
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So that was my choice.
Is it any better now than it wasn't then?
No, it isn't. But I just thought I'd bring it up. Yeah.
Matt, what do you have for us?
So are these ranked, by the way? Like,
no,
it's my first
no
one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to start off with, and I'm guessing I'm probably going to steal somebody's here. Little Drummer Boy, Peace on Earth by David Bowie and Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Seriously, Brian didn't pick that?
No.
I figured you'd do that for nostalgia's sake because Bowie was on it.
Right.
No, I don't do anything religious. I try to do all secular stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just because you never know what kind of party you're doing. But the stuff I personally like, I like the more up-tempo Christmas songs. Or the smooth ones. I don't really like the righteous ones so much. I never really dug those. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, just one of those really good, like you really wouldn't have had expectations of what it would be type collaborations, too.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go with our man from Cyprus who is totally into this tonight, by the way. He's got, show me your sweater. Or your jumper, or whatever you call it.
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Is that a Pioneer sweater?
If we've got it, no one told me. I'd get that in a heartbeat.
What is your punk?
Cliff Richard, Mistletoe and Wine.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
There you go. That's my offering.
Crab goes nuts.
Right, I'll let other people go in first.
Oh, well, Cliff Richard, Mistletoe and Wine, and a whole bunch of other songs you're probably going to hear that you've never heard of before, because they have very different Christmas music over there, and it's good. It's a lot of it's newer, but yeah, there's a lot more of it over there than we have. Jay, first song.
I'm going to do this one because we lost the lead singer about 4 days ago. So I'm going to do a this time of year classic, Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. The lead singer died. Of course, his name escapes, but like 4 days ago. And to me, that's just a song you hear. You hear it all the time back east, but you hear it especially at Christmas time.
Yeah,
definitely.
I guess it's my turn. I'm going to do this one first. Has anyone ever heard of a guy named Thurl Ravenscroft?
Here we go. No,
I have that on a
no one on planet Earth has heard.
Okay, let me tell you who he is. Let me tell you who he is. He's the voice of Tony the Tiger. They're great.
There you go.
He was a musician. He, of course, sang bass. And in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, he didn't get credited for his song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. That credit was given. They credited Boris Karloff, who narrated the show, but they did not credit him for the song. But the song is actually by Thurl Rosencroft.
Oh, wow.
And or Ravenscroft, I'm sorry.
I actually have that, but Thurl Rosencroft, I have You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one I just did.
Yeah.
But excellent. And I got a Topics USA that credits Boris Karloff as doing the song because that's how the show credits it. But Thurl, I
don't think he ever sang anything.
No, I don't think he did either. And that's probably a good thing. But yeah, it's actually this Thurl Ravenscroft guy who sang the song. Not Boris Karloff, but it's often miscredited as Boris Karloff. So anyway, that's my
Lou Chaney Jr. One. You sure? I thought it was the Wolfman, Lou Chaney Jr. No?
No.
Could have sworn.
Different guy.
Well, great choice.
Thank you. Howie.
This one always goes over big because it's very up-tempo. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
Yes, that one's a classic.
One of mine.
I got it.
Awesome.
Cross it off.
Cross it off what, though? It's off Brian's list of artists we rarely know. That's the challenge here.
Well, you know the song, though.
No, I do, but I've got money. I got to call Caesar's Palace because I got 1,000-to-1 odds that you were not going to say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or anything. So I'm going to make some bets real quick so I can win some money.
Be a good bet.
I figured it
would be.
So what do you got, Howie? What's your second song?
That was it. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen.
See, we're both brain farting tonight. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And, it's really upbeat. It's
it's a good song. It's a classic.
110 BPM or something. It's cool. But it starts off with the bells from the reindeers. Right. And I get on the mic and I go, hey, wait a minute. Everybody quiet. Anybody hear anything up there on the roof? And then I take the fader and I have the bells going like that. And then when he starts the song, I bring the fader back down to normal level. And the kids love it.
So we're on round 2. Eric, what do you got?
I don't have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but I do have Paul McCartney and Wings, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae. That's just under 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes. Almost, and it's very nice. Give it a listen after.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard
You
it
will
either.
love it. You will
He's
love it.
got a Christmas song like Christmas
Never
Night.
heard it.
Wonderful Christmas Time.
Wonderful
Christmas Time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
this
one.
And I love that song.
Wow. Yeah.
And you will love this one too if you give it a listen. I
Wow.
promise. It's worth it.
Throw that in there with the Kinks.
I look forward to it.
No, the Kinks Christmas track.
Well,
Yeah.
let's get through the show before we start barking off.
I'm
other
not
things.
even naming songs I picked. I'm just rapping out.
I know. Well, Matt, what do you got? What's your
Speaking of rapping, why don't we talk about a little group called Run DMC
Yeah,
with their
you got
classic Christmas in Hollis?
it. I have that too. I have that.
They stole that from Irving Berlin. So I'm just going to go on record.
right?
Anyone that knows.
Yeah, I remember that video on MTV a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Played it a whole bunch. I think it was on that very special Christmas first CD. If I
Yes.
remember right.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, what's your next pick?
Okay. Next one is going to be Wizard. I wish it could be Christmas every day.
Wow, you're going
Oh, you went deep.
right.
That's-
Nice.
Yeah.
Which I did some research on that, and apparently it got onto the US Billboard charts at 16 on the US electronic Billboard chart. But obviously,
What year?
70.
Was there an electronics chart in the 70s?
Apparently.
Must have been.
I think it was 79. Off the top of my
Wow.
head.
Wow. Well, I'm curious, and I will have to check that song out. That's what's fun about this.
Yeah.
Hearing
Yeah.
about some songs we don't know about.
Mm.
Jay, what's your
I
next pick?
honestly picked songs that I like the most.
Yeah, I did too. I
Yeah.
did too.
I didn't just go, these are the bangers. They all have some meaning to me.
Hmm.
This one is a song that you know, but you may not know it by its title
Hmm.
because it's an instrumental. So I'm going to give you Christmas is, no, that's the wrong one. Which one did I do? Oh, Christmas Time is Here by Vince Giraldi.
Oh,
Mhm.
You know it better as a piano, soft orchestrated piece from Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh, that's what that is.
Right.
That
Right.
soft dun 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 dun.
Yep.
It's an instrumental, but again, it's that growing up, seeing it once a year and hearing it. And,
Yes.
you know, no way to find it till next year and all that. So I'm going with
Yeah.
Christmas Time is Here from Charlie Brown by the Vince Giraldi Trio.
I'll take your Christmas Time is Here, and I'll raise you the Vince Giraldi Trio with Linus and Lucy, which is the bouncy one.
Yes.
There you
I
go.
have
Screwing
this.
off on stage.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
There you go. That's my next pick.
Wow.
good stuff.
And by the way, I do suggest Gary Hoey from Nashua, New Hampshire, 93, 94, famously did a cover of Hocus Pocus by Focus
By Focus, yeah.
and is an instrumental guitar player, has done Ho Ho Hoey Christmas stuff over the last 30 years. He does Linus and Lucy on the California Dreaming soundtrack, and it's just him on guitar, and it's awesome.
Huh.
Yeah. I used to use it for some couples' grand entrance.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So but the one that you're talking about is in the same frame of just, it's a great track.
Very bouncy and yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I like that
It's
scene.
upbeat, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snoopy's dancing with his head up like that.
Yeah, there's somebody going like this, turning like this. They're all dancing a little different. Somebody's doing this. It's a great little scene. I like that.
So he was from Nashua, New Hampshire. Huh? That's where I'm at. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. No, that's where Gary Hoey lives now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's where he's from.
So I'm up. Is
You're
that
up.
it?
Howie.
You're up.
Okay, I'm going to go with Frosty the Snowman by the Jackson 5 at 120 BPM. That gets the kids going.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Absolute classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, hi, what's your next pick? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Eric, what do you got?
Well, it wouldn't be a Christmas theme show if somebody didn't throw a Bob Rivers Christmas song in there. And I'm going
Okay.
to now.
Who?
You don't know who Bob Rivers is?
Wait, who?
You don't know who Bob Rivers is?
No.
Maybe when you tell us the song, we will.
Well, I didn't choose this song, but this is a song that really what got him going was the 12 Pains of Christmas.
Most of us aren't that familiar with stuff you grew up with in the 40s. That's where the difference, what happens is it's 80s. I'm so sorry.
Am I the only one that's ever heard the 12 Pains of Christmas by Bob Rivers?
I think
Apparently.
so. Between you and Bob Rivers, there's two of you.
Yeah,
No, but
and his daughter.
He's
All
done
three of you can talk.
He's done 3 or 4 different Christmas songs, and it's all parodies of Christmas songs.
Okay.
Like he did a parody of Winter Wonderland, and instead it was walking around in women's underwear. You know.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Like,
Okay.
so nobody got
Judd T. Nelson.
We learn something new about you every week, Eric. All right.
Nice. Well, that's Eric's personality. What do you got, Matt?
I am going with Sir Elton John and Step into Christmas.
Nice song.
Beautiful. Very nice
song. Very cool. I like that track. That was pretty big overseas, over in the UK. That was a big one. Speaking of overseas,
Look at the segue on you.
Okay, I'm going to go for the most obvious one. Surely, if you haven't heard of it, then you must have been basically living under a rock every Christmas, like the last minute. Wham! Last Christmas.
Nice.
Classic.
Also on my list. So
classic.
It's just like basically it's multi times the multiples, like platinum selling worldwide. In the UK, I think it's got to #1 about 9 times since it got released. It was US. I was looking at here.
We did really well here, yeah.
Double platinum, in the US.
Yeah.
Various other holiday Billboard 100 got to #3. Rolling Stones at #7. The adult top 40. Not quite sure what the US means by the adult top 40, but apparently that only got
A&R.
They're naked.
Contemporary.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a particular thing.
Mid music kind of thing.
It's like the AVN Awards, but different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But no A.
And obviously, if you don't know, and obviously Brian knows, but George Michael gave the rights away to Andrew Ridgely. So he's very happy about the 10th of February every year because he gets a nice big check. They say Christmas comes at just once a year, but if you're an artist and you've written a Christmas song, it comes around the 10th of February when the recording rights check comes.
I did not know that. That's interesting. I didn't know the date.
I thought I learned it either from you or from the documentary. I thought in the documentary he mentioned about when he went solo, he gave him those. I thought it was Careless Whisper too. He gave that
to him initially. He gave him a writing credit on that.
Or give him a writing credit on it. But yeah, I thought in the documentary they mentioned I gave him the publishing on it or something. So it's his track.
Something else.
Knowing that when he went solo, Ridgely was going to be staring at the walls.
Something else they mentioned in the documentary that I thought was kind of interesting was George Michael really wanted the Christmas #1 with Last Christmas, and then he got called in by the Band-Aid people.
Yes.
Do they know it's Christmas? Which he participated in, and it bumped him from having a #1 Christmas.
#1 to #2. Yeah.
But then I think he got it like later. Well, he obviously got it later. But yeah. And he died on Christmas, which is just kind of really tragic poetry stuff on that.
It wasn't Last Christmas though. It was like 4 Christmases.
It was the year everyone died, 2016.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
God, it's been that long.
Yeah, Bowie,
7
Prince.
Yeah.
Everybody died that year. Tom Petty died that year. Terrible.
Yeah, we lost a lot of
Well,
people.
Lemmy started it off. I think Lemmy died December 15th, 2015. So he
And then Bowie and just kept going. Speaking of depressing things, Jay, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm going to follow suit with my brother in arms from the UK, and it just isn't Christmas if you don't hear "Do They Know It's Christmas" by Band-Aid. Gotta play it. You gotta have it.
Yeah.
And it's a great song. You get to sit there, and I remember when the video came out, I was like, oh, look at all these people. And the funniest part was a bunch of them I didn't know.
Look, the chicks from Bananarama. That's awesome. Yeah.
Kieran's so hot. Yeah, and then they had a few people I was not aware of, but the majority of them are like, I know who that is. Then friggin' even the guys from Spinal Tap snuck in on it.
Right.
Like, what are they doing there? Which made the movie that much funnier because it's like,
right,
oh, they're a real band. Oh,
right.
You know?
Well,
no, they had
English, that is like, they're an all-time English band, is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, they all live in the same town, so you might as well just go.
Yeah. Well, and of course, you got to love the fact that the Irish set that whole thing up. Sorry, anyone that's offended by that.
Geldof and
Geldof and Midge Ure.
Yeah,
Midge Ure. Same two guys that they then went to do Live Aid afterwards, but it was Midge Ure from Ultravox, who for a very small period played guitar for Thin Lizzy, and Bob Geldof from the Boomtown Rats, both English. Right. Now, I think Geldof's. No, he's still Irish citizen, but I think he's been knighted, hasn't he?
I don't know.
I think he's been knighted.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do they know it's Christmas?
It's my turn. And I'm going to go with the one that's a lot of fun. I like to play this at my Christmas parties when I used to do Christmas parties before, the thing happened. And I always start off with this one. It just puts me in the mood. And that is James Brown with Soulful Christmas.
Ooh,
it's a cool song. If you don't know it, check it out. It's a fun song.
Yeah, I do know that one.
Song. Yeah.
Howie, what do you got?
Okay, I have something from the Wayback Machine from the 60s, late 60s. Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys.
Nice.
Good one. Yeah.
It's a really I like that
too.
One.
Yeah. It's just nice harmonies, happy, upbeat.
That's a good
one.
Yeah.
Eric.
I think I'll go to the 60s myself. And one of my favorite versions of the song by the Ronettes called Sleigh Ride.
Yeah, that's a really good one, actually.
Nice upbeat. I love it.
Yeah,
that's
a good one.
Yeah.
Matt.
I am going to go with one that you may not know the band or the song, but it's worth checking out. It's one of those stories throughout the song of missed opportunity. The band is called Capital Lights, and the song is called His Favorite Christmas Story. It's the guy meets the girl when he's younger, and then it just goes from there on, and missed opportunities galore. So worth checking out.
Matt, watching
His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights. What's that? Hallmark?
See the mood you're in.
Alex, what do you got?
Somebody else go next.
Oh, okay.
A quick bit of research on a song that you might actually know.
Oh, okay. Jay.
Okay. Love this band. Did not see them this year. Will try my best to see them next year. Staple of Christmas, heavy metal, gotta have it. Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
And there's about 10 of their songs that are amazing Christmas songs. But the one I picked was Christmas Eve, Sarajevo.
Got it.
Yes.
It has a slow start and then just goes crazy. And their Carol of the Bells is crazy as well. But
their stuff is big. It's very big.
It's very big production. And they come from a band called Savatage.
Okay.
Which the singer / kind of runner of Savatage started Trans-Siberian, and he pulled guys from really hard thrashy metal bands. And they now tour as two groups, two different Trans-Siberians, because the demand is so big, and they're selling out like Madison Square Garden.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
It's like sort of Blue Man groupish, in that they can play multiple areas.
Yes.
But I mean, Joel Holmstrom of Whitesnake is one of their guitar players. Jack Frost from Brooklyn Coffin Company is one of their guitar players. They tap into really talented musicians. And if you want to see a light and pyro show, I don't think Kiss's show is as good as Trans-Siberian's. They take it to another level.
It's a really cool holiday show.
Yeah. And it's all families that go to see them. If you want to learn about lighting and pyro, check out any video from Trans-Siberian live.
I'm going to give Alex another minute to do what he's got to do. I'll just go ahead and call mine. Because take your time, Alex. Get your composure together.
Go for it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, what do you got?
1970. So just in case we have any South American viewers here, obviously JC's not here, so he would be giving this like 100%. I'm going to try and pronounce it correctly. Jose Feliciano.
Feliciano. Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Yep.
He's a New Yorican, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And he's blind.
Yeah.
Yep.
And check out his version of "Come On Baby, Light My Fire" by the Doors.
He does the coolest version of "Light My Fire."
Yeah, it really is one of the few covers that's better than the original in some respects.
And Jose is still with us.
Yeah, he's still around. I saw him recently.
Kind of mixed up, you see, like songs that you probably don't know and songs that you hopefully should know.
Yeah,
that's why
he's got to be in his late 70s.
I love the original Jose Feliciano Feliz Navidad. I love it.
And it's one of the very few songs. I obviously in my market play it twice at any show I do because it's one of the few songs I have in Spanish.
He's redone it a couple times, but I really like his original.
Yeah. No, the original is the way to go.
It's got a choir in one, but the original is just it's got all the flavor, It's got all the spice. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, totally.
So for my next one, I think Eric, you mentioned Ronette's Sleigh Ride.
Yeah.
Okay. I also have Sleigh Ride, but I'm going with the composer is Leroy Anderson on that.
Yes.
And it's the Boston Pops version.
There you go.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
Picking quality there, kid.
That's my jam. It's a great song. And I mean, I've known it my whole life, it seems like, but it's just the way it's presented by the Boston Pops is just I love it.
Fiedler. Memories right here, kid.
So nice. So nice.
Boston Pops can
love it. As I make Italian gestures, it's so nice. Yeah.
It's like told him a shamrock or something.
Wrong place.
You will like a music. Thank you, Chef Boyardee. Well, actually, Eric probably remembers. I don't think it hit your markets, but in Boston, they used to have this mom in the North End open her window and Anthony.
I've seen that.
Prince Spaghetti was Wednesdays in the North End, and Anthony had to be home and run because mom was cooking Prince Spaghetti, which was just boxed spaghetti. He'd haul ass to get home so we could have Prince Spaghetti with marinara. It's like, whoa.
Howie, what's your next pick?
Okay, my next pick is I'll go up a decade to the 1975. I Believe in Father Christmas by Greg Lake from Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Nice.
Yeah, that's an awesome song.
Bring a little prog to the meeting.
You have that version of it?
I do.
No, Alex, you have that version of it?
Greg Lake, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You knocked somebody off. So, Eric, what's next?
All right, I'll do another one from White Christmas by the Drifters. I always dug how they did it. Beat Boys and
Yep.
Well, you got it too, Matt?
Yes, I do.
That's okay.
That's good. But yeah,
Matt,
what's a good thing?
Yeah. It's good that we're thinking alike sometimes.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have something special for us?
I have a couple left, so the one I'll go with this time. This is combo song "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and We Three Kings" by Bare Naked Ladies and Sarah McLachlan. So
sweet.
Yes, it's just good. Really good vocals on that. Most of the time you hear a Bare Naked Ladies song, not that you can't tell that they sing well.
I think I'm going to start calling them more fun-loving songs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 90s Matt from now on.
Oh yeah, for sure. There we go. I'll take it.
The baby of the 90s. Barely, but it's baby of the 90s.
Yep.
Alex, what do we got for our next pick?
Okay, go do Jonah Lewis with "Stop the Cavalry." Didn't, according to anything, never made it to the US.
No,
never heard it.
Never.
But it's kind of an anti-war song, but it's very like when you listen to it. So it's a very sort of like brass band, Salvation Army style.
Sure.
Yeah.
Musician, right? Not so much the beat, but it has like that kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool tune, and it's always, again, it's a UK classic. You'll hear it about 15 times a day in every around the UK.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, right on, man. I'm glad that you're bringing those songs to the table.
Cool.
Jay.
See, if I was Alex, though, I would honestly try to stay straight faced and lie about some of these and be like, okay, my next choice is Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. It may not have hit you guys, but it's huge. If you get English people at a Christmas party, you got to play Sex Pistols, Pretty Vacant. It's you hear it 100 times a day in England now.
Yeah, at Christmas time. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. Let me make a note. Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. Oh. Why are you playing this? Because I was told
or like Du Hast, it's a German Christmas song.
That actually translates to Father Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
No. It is. It's a German Christmas song. You know how they are.
Yeah.
I'm confident no one's got this. I'm just as confident I might be one of two in the room that even know the song.
Okay.
But it's not only a Boston artist, but it's a fun, upbeat track to play around the holidays. And that would be Christmas is the Time to Say I Love You by Mr. Billy Squire.
Oh,
I have heard that, and I haven't.
Yeah. It's a fun track.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it on your list?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, awesome, Howie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're knocking tracks off as much as just like, oh, cool, I got that right.
Right. Yeah, it's not a competition. It's just to keep the show moving along is all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no.
far.
It's a learning. Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm next, and I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go with one that I heard Christmas shopping a few years ago, and I'm like, ooh, I dig this. And I don't know if her name's Megan or Megan. It's spelled so goofy. Meaghan.
Megan, I think, maybe.
Okay, let's call her Megan. Smith. And the song is called It Snowed. And it's kind of like a jazzy throwback song. It's really nice. I've never heard Megan Smith, It Snowed. Give it a listen. It's a nice song. I like it.
Good. Wow.
Yeah. What do you got, Howie?
I have something that many of us will remember from our childhood. It's the Chipmunk song, Christmas. Christmas Don't Be Late by Alvin and the Chipmunks at 152 BPM.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep the party rocking.
The kids love that song.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one. And it's classic. But here in America, it's classic.
Yeah.
Eric, what do you got?
I got the Sal Soul Orchestra. It's a like a disco Christmas medley.
Yep. Sal Soul Records.
Joy to the World, Deck the Halls, Oh Come All Ye Faithful, and Jingle Bells.
Medley, yes.
It's a medley, and it's really nice upbeat disco feel to it, and I like it.
I've heard it. It's been years, but I do like that. That's nice. Matt, what do you got?
All right. So I'm down to one remainder, and it did get mentioned earlier, but it wasn't anyone's selection at the time. Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time.
One of my favorites. I love that song.
Yeah,
good track.
It is great.
I love that track.
It's a good track.
Alex.
Okay. Another one that you wouldn't have heard of, maybe, unless you're into British bands. E17, Stay Another Day.
That one I've never heard. I don't
Never
think.
heard it. It's good.
E17, named after, because they're from a place called Walthamstow, and the postal code is E17.
The band I've heard of, no, it's not the song.
But yeah, it's a Christmas classic by them.
Nice. How old?
Like, the rude boys, the gangster boys of boy bands.
Okay.
Like, the opposite of the squeaky clean Take That's.
Is this going back to the 90s, late 90s?
Yeah. This would have been in 94, 95.
Okay, mid 90s. Right on. Cool. We get cool British stuff we've never heard before.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you have next?
Well, I've got a classic song that's from an album that we've talked about off air and I think on a different show. and it's the Christmas song that we all know, made famous by Nat King Cole. But I'm going to give you, and you got to listen to it. You wouldn't guess who it is, but it's actually off a very special Christmas, I think 3, the gold one.
Okay.
And it's by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that on the other
every
night.
time I ever play it, someone will say to me, "That's a beautiful version. Who is that?" I'm like, "Hootie and the Blowfish." Are you serious? I'm like, "Yes." And the thing now is with Darius Rucker winning all these awards and being a big country artist, you know, it's certainly timely again to pull that one out. You know,
right.
Just a little track to look at.
Sweet.
Very cool.
What do I do next? I haven't been knocked off at all on mine. And I don't think I went as weird as I thought.
We really didn't see that coming, Brian.
No, but I didn't go that weird. I didn't go that weird.
List.
Okay, so let's go with this one. Let's just do this one. I mentioned it the other night. I actually like it, but that's just me. Santa Baby by Kylie Minogue. I like her version of that song a lot.
Yeah.
She does a nice job with it. And she was doing it during a time when I was really enjoying what she was doing. And we'll leave it at that. But anyway.
Padam.
Yeah. What do you got, Ellie?
Okay, I have March from the Nutcracker Ballet, Opus 71 by the Philadelphia Orchestra.
Nice.
More classic stuff.
Yes.
Eric, do you have anything left?
Yes, I've got Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, not by Brenda Lee, but by Ronnie Spector and Darlene Love.
Right. Now, I will admit that I like Brenda Lee's version too.
I do too.
I do.
I haven't heard them rock.
But I thought everybody else would say it, so I had to pick
right.
I think this was from the movie, though, Home Alone, this version. Ronnie Spector.
I thought the Brenda Lee version was on Home Alone.
Was it?
I think, well, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but it seems to.
But they did a good version of it, too, these two.
Yeah.
There was one of them that stands out from Lethal Weapon. The very first scene of Lethal Weapon, they're playing, I want to say it's the Brenda Lee one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. Yeah.
Matt, you're out, right? You got one left.
I am.
Okay.
I'm out.
Then Alex, what do you got?
Okay, I've got 2 more. Slade, Merry Christmas, Everybody.
Yes. Nice.
Again, 70s glam rock band.
Yeah.
The UK equivalent of hair bands from the 80s in the US.
Slade.
Again, this song it is Christmas. It's all about Christmas. It's having fun, but
and that's
too much to drink, which was all right back in the 70s. That was fine.
That's a song that gets played quite a bit today, right?
Still
a classic. It gets played a lot. Right on. Jay, what do you got left?
By the way, we know Slade because of Quiet Riot.
Because everything Quiet Riot copied. Yeah. And Runaway, which is a great song.
Yeah.
Mama, We're All Crazy Now. They're both Slade tracks.
Come on, Feel the Noise. Runaway.
Yep, both Slades. I'm going to go right back to the same album, and I feel it's a Christmas song. You could argue maybe it's not, but to me it is. It's the only time I really play it, and that is Ave Maria. But it's by Chris Cornell, and I believe the London Philharmonic. And it is ridiculously good. It just bring a tear to your eye how beautiful he sings on it. And he does it in Latin. So he's not like trying to be cool in English. He's singing, the verses that are in Latin. He's singing them in Latin. So beautiful track. By the way, I bought 4 because back in the day I was doing 17, 18 Christmas parties every December. And you'll kill yourself if you keep hearing the same things over and over again. So I bought 4 CDs in a CD series called Yuletide Lounge. And it was like real kind of loungy, almost goofy, but not goofy. Like they were serious covers of famous Christmas songs.
It was like Eric was talking about.
Yeah. And so you could get away with like, I'm going to play 2 of these CDs for cocktail and dinner. And people would compliment me all the time, like, wow, this sounds great. It's a great version. And, you know, people like it when you play it a little different. That's what I think our list is showing.
I ordered mine off of TV, and it was called Rockin' Christmas. It was a 2-disc set, and I still use it to this day. Like when I ordered the awesome 80s CD off of the TV, I ordered that one when I called them. Would you like to get this one for just $10 more? Oh, heck yeah. So,
yeah, I still, well, if you can find, now that's what I call Christmas. I mean, they've probably put out more, but the first one, it's blue.
Yeah.
That absolutely has every Christmas
Now the
classic.
Christmas album. Yep.
Yeah. Every single Christmas classic song you'll ever need to do any gig anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them. It's every track's a banger. So
my next one, and I've got a few left here I can do, is by Donny Hathaway. And it's called This Christmas.
Okay.
And do you guys know that song?
I got
How
it.
you had on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a classic.
Shake your hand, shake your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got turned on to that song probably in the 90s. And, you know, around Christmas time at work, and just loved it. I'd heard it before, but I really got attached to it, you know, probably when I was in my 20s, and I really liked the songs. Cool classic track. Howie, what do you got left?
What I have is, it's an older song, but apparently it's been done recently. Do You Hear What I Hear by Johnny Mathis?
Yeah, it's a nice version.
Featuring Susan Boyle, that won that voicing.
Yeah, so relatively recent.
X Factor or?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
The Voice UK or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good.
Nice. Eric.
Just nice to listen to, as long as you don't have to look at her.
Gonna get letters now.
We're gonna get letters.
DJNTV.
Christmas show, Howie. Come on.
Eric. I'm going to give you the Die Hard song version. You know, Die Hard the movie. And everybody argues, is it a Christmas movie or not? You know, well, it's Christmas, so surely it's a Christmas movie. I say it's a Christmas movie, but in that respect, you know, any song that gets to #1 at Christmas, no matter what it is, surely is a Christmas #1 song. So in 2009. Rage Against the Machine on the 30th anniversary, 2 people basically went out on a mission, Killing in the Name of by Rage Against the Machine at Christmas #1, basically to stop Simon Cowell and his Christmas #1, because obviously Britain's Got Talent or X Factor, normally X Factor, they air it in the UK, and then basically it finishes at the beginning of December, just in time, thankfully, for them to release a Christmas song. And every year, you know, no matter what it is, you know, the X Factor normally gets the Christmas #1 slot, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So I can't remember their names, but basically these 2 people went on a campaign and got Killing in the Name of, in 2009, the UK Christmas #1.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
The Die Hard of a Christmas song.
Okay, now it's all coming to me.
Somehow we skipped Eric. So what do you got, Eric?
Well, I'm sure many people have done this song, you know, and but my favorite version of all time of Little Drummer Boy is Bob Seger's.
Okay.
I really think you did a great job with that. Really, just, you could feel it. You could, I don't know, something about it when you just, you could feel he really meant, you know, it's just something about it. So if you never heard it, give it a listen. I think you might like it too. But
yeah, I have it by a different band, but I've always loved that, because I was a drummer, and I can remember being in grade school, and I got to play the drum part to it. You know, that was so cool. That was just good time.
I'm sorry.
No, I just said good time memories. Yeah, this is a good show.
Jay, what do you got?
I'm going middle of the line, probably a little too vanilla for you and some others, but I'm going Burl Ives, Rudolph.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to get played, and it's that childhood memory of
right.
For the interweb, we didn't get to see our favorite things 100 times.
Mm.
You know,
right.
So you got one shot at it. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what am I going to do next? I looks like I got 3 left. Something like that.
I thought you only had 10. I only got
I did
one.
only have 10, but I've been knocked off at all. No one stepped on me. So, okay, this one is a funny one. And a lot of you may know it, but I actually own it and I play it. And oddly enough, it's credited to the character, not the actual singer, but the character the singer played.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Billy Mack with Christmas is All Around from Love Actually.
Oh.
I think it's very funny where he does the Turtles Love is All Around. He just sings like Christmas is all around as the lyrics, and he actually hates the song and he's going around promoting it and talking about how horrible it is. I just think it's funny. So I got it on my list because I do play it for holiday parties.
Good. That's great.
What do you got, Howie? Anything left?
I have Hallelujah by Mannheim Steamroller at 144 BPMs. That gets them up and jumping.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I get Mannheim Steamroller and
Trans-Siberian.
Get it mixed up. I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both classic Christmas things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trans-Siberian is just flames and pyro.
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
And they're a huge production thing. Mannheim to me was always like a little more on the poppier side of, but more like whimsical. Like, do you believe in magic? Whereas Trans-Siberian Orchestra is like, do you believe in Slash guitar players? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Why is there fire?
It's the Christmas dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got, Eric?
My final song is, again, many people have done it, but my favorite version of all time, and I do believe this was on a very special Christmas, one of them. What, 3 or 4 of them anyway?
Yeah, at least 3.
It was,
3.
Stevie Nicks version of Silent Night.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
She does a nice job with it.
Very good.
And that's my final. That's it.
Alex.
Okay, my last one is A Winter's Tale by David Essex.
I've heard that. I have heard that.
Just wrap the flag around yourself. Take off the jumper and just get a British flag. Wrap it
He was
around
trying to give us a
yourself.
unique experience.
Look, I'm Greg Lake, and I got knocked out by Howie. Yeah, if I'm going to do this without getting knocked out, I'm going to have to go somewhere.
Right.
I get
Stick
it.
close to home.
Yeah.
I'm
Stick
going
close to home.
And I only went Greg Lake because I knew you guys were going to know it. So I was just being nice to American people.
There we go. Kids, grab that tea out of the pool, will ya?
Yeah.
No. You don't have to throw it.
All right, we're going to give him a break this time.
It's a Christmas tradition.
What do you got, Jay?
I'm down to my last one. And again, we're going with a middle of the road classic that to me just sums it up. And that is Bing Crosby's White Christmas.
Yeah.
It's classic.
That's about as Christmas as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
That and Nat King Cole.
I got
had to pick 2. Yeah. Good call, Howie.
Yeah. Excellent song.
Howie, do you have anything left?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I can go.
Oh, yeah, but you did more than 10. But that's okay.
Oh, but I've got another one. Deck the Halls by the Philadelphia Brass Orchestra.
Yep.
So
I like instrumentals.
Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get knocked out. I stuck to 10. And I give you I think everybody, besides Howie's got some extras, but everybody else is out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I had left on the list.
Oh, this will be good.
Alexander O'Neill with Sleigh Ride. It's not even the same song as the other Sleigh Ride.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different song. And it's very Minneapolis. Jay will hate it because it's very Janet Jackson. But it's got that whole vibe to it.
Was it at the movies?
I have it by Leroy Anderson.
That's the composer of the original song Sleigh Ride. This is a different song. It's also called Sleigh Ride, though.
Oh, okay.
But it's not the same song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Did
very
that come
different
out
song.
in the 90s, Brian? The one you're talking about?
80s.
Okay, 80s.
80s.
Late 80s.
Alexander O'Neill Christmas album. Yeah, 87, 88, something like that. I also have Prince, Another Lonely Christmas.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Jay was gonna hang me to dry on that one. And is that it? Yeah, that's it.
He did that one
That's the
early
10.
in his career because Jehovah's
We
don't
did-
believe in
It
Christmas.
was a
I don't
nice
think, do
job.
they?
That was nice.
Well, he didn't
don't
do
know.
that until 2000.
Oh, and he went Jehovah
In 2000,
2000.
he
Oh, he
did
did in
Another Lonely
2000.
Christmas. It was a B-side to something like in the mid 80s.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I
If
think
I'm wrong, please tell me. I got the vibe Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Christmas.
they don't give gifts, but I think they recognize
They
it. But
recognize it.
they don't give gifts. That's
Oh,
my
okay.
opinion, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're not watching this show.
I'm often found out to be Jehovah's Witness too, so I'm just saying.
So anyway, we almost got this show aired, and the show should be up tomorrow or the next day. Like it's coming out soon, guys.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
exciting? We're not going to go to the archives,
So this isn't going to make no sense on St. Patty's Day when it airs.
right? Okay, can I read you the text that I sent John Young?
Oh,
I think
whoa!
that
Spoke
this
to
is
the big guy.
24 edition.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a text that I sent John. We are doing a
man.
Christmas show tonight, so maybe post it before February. And he writes back, LOL, and then he sends me, we should get that right after the July 4th show. And I
There
said,
you go.
But
What year, though?
at the end of the
All
Ben
right.
show, at the end of the Ben Stowe show tonight, he said, we're doing the Christmas show tonight, and it will be up tomorrow or the next day.
Oh, cool.
So
Whoa.
we'll be up. So, guys, great picks. Before
Yeah.
we go, we have a few minutes. I thought it would be a fun question to ask. Is there a Christmas song that you really like, but you can't play it at a gig because it might upset your audience for some reason?
Maybe it's cold outside.
Mm.
I
That's
had
so
that on.
stupid.
I had that on my list, but now that everybody's all like,
The reason I ask is because I genuinely like a song, but every
Mhm.
time I've tried to play it at an event, someone complains.
What
And it's
song?
a bummer. Jingle Bells by the Barking Dogs.
oh,
I like that. I think it's cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
I
can
always-
see somebody going, dude, enough.
I don't want to hear that.
you know what else I had? What I had that some people love it, some people hate it, but I'll always get a couple people run up and go, "You have to play it. It's a tradition." Dominic the Donkey.
And this is a tradition where?
No.
I've never heard of Dominic the Donkey.
I've heard of Dominic the Donkey.
Oh yeah,
I got to look that one
Yeah.
up. No,
yeah,
that's new.
and
Oh,
they
it's a new one
they
on
sing
me.
along, and then the donkey goes yeehaw, yeehaw. You know.
A considerable mention I'll throw out there that I didn't put on my list, but in retrospect, maybe I should have. I don't know what I would have bumped though. But I actually really like Bob and Doug McKenzie's 12 Days of Christmas.
I do too.
Oh
It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It's very
That's-
funny.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's actually, that skipped my mind altogether. I love all the Transylvanian stuff, but some of it is, I've tried to play like Wizards in Winter and Carol of the
Right.
Bells and Canon.
Mhm.
And it's like, you start playing it and like a minute in, somebody's like, it's like metal.
Right.
I'm like,
right.
no, it's Christmas. This is
Yeah.
actually,
Right.
you know, this is canon in D, like that I play at a wedding, but it's just done with like a lot of distortion and
And bells and things. Alex, a lot of the songs that he mentioned, I can't play those at my gigs because they're not familiar. They like people
Right.
like familiar Christmas songs, but I've tried to play them. I was like, oh, this is cool. We got some stuff, even stuff like Step Into Christmas. I mean, that's not too weird, but it's not lexicon to them. They're starting to play it now. I'm hearing it on PA systems, but
The thing is with some of these songs, you know, it's so Christmassy that you can play it in background music. You would,
yeah,
I wouldn't play E17 for people to dance to, but it's like a nice
Right.
Christmas. It has Christmas lyrics, you know, and it's, you know, maybe a dinner or background music at a corporate event for Christmas and things like that, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, Slade probably wouldn't go down well in the States, you know, even though it's Merry Christmas, everybody. And if you don't know what that's about, then go back home.
right.
I think the right crowd it would. I think the two things that jump out as DJs, one, I'm proud that none of us picked Mariah Carey.
Oh,
well,
please.
John's not here.
Okay. And two, until probably 10 years ago, like I said, when I was on the boats, I was doing 20 plus parties a month for December because we would do a day party and a night party on a boat. So you could do 2 a day. So, 5 days is 10 parties.
Right.
And the thing about Christmas as a DJ that's always blown me away is just how the majority of people I've DJ'd for over the years, they just didn't appreciate what was going on. Like, there's free drink and food, there's a DJ, there's Christmas songs, you're in a beautiful room or on a boat or something, and people are just angry and ticked off at the world. And I'm like, because I don't get invited to parties because I'm working.
I don't know. I really appreciate you keeping the show up upbeat and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we're all DJs. I was curious if I'm the only one that finds the majority of people at holiday parties aren't in a holiday festive mood.
I wouldn't say the majority. It happens, but most of the time, the holiday parties, when I was doing holiday parties, I was doing a lot of repeat stuff. And yeah, they were all happy to be there. If they didn't want to be there, they wouldn't come.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
Well,
I read some different
It's
issues.
like the company's telling you up front, do not play any slow music. That was the famous, like, for years. Just don't. And I would just get on the phone like, oh, yeah, we're all set. And I won't play anything slow. Yeah, no, please. No slow dances. Nothing slow. I found out later it was because they didn't want people hooking up.
Well, the company parties that I was doing.
That was what I was thinking. Yeah.
The company parties that I was doing, and again, I'm not doing them now after COVID. They just kind of went away from me. But I was doing a lot of mixed English-Spanish company parties because the office is English and the warehouse is Spanish. So I was doing a lot of that. And it's really hard because some of the just English-speaking crowd are a little harder to motivate than Latinos who want to hear some salsa merengue. They will dance. So they kind of take the party over. It's like, what do you play our music? It's because you're not dancing. That's why I'm not playing your music.
Yeah.
Start dancing. We'll start playing something you like. But in the meantime,
that crowd is there for a good time. They're early.
Dude.
They're showing up. They're being there with their family. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they get the prize and they go. But yeah, I did want to mention one that I really like. I believe it's a UK track, and I got turned on to it a couple of years ago, and I believe it's one of the classics, and it's Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice song. If you've never heard it, I think you can play it even if people don't know it because it's got that real bouncy Christmas vibe to it. It's nice. Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas. Check that one out. It's a nice song.
It's a very Chris song. I mean, it's like if you listen to, I don't know, Status Quo or your favorite band U2. It's you listen to it and you don't have to hear the lyrics. You know who it is, and driving home. Driving home for Christmas.
That just seems like a very American kind of thing to sing about. That's what's so interesting about it, because I'm picturing, an over-the-road truck driver in my head to that song when I hear it.
Right.
It's probably not. It's probably totally not. In UK, getting on a train going home for Christmas is usually what it's more like.
Yeah, I think it's like when he wrote that song "Driving Home for Christmas," it inspired him to do Road to Hell. We were on the road to hell. Tailback, blah blah blah. Yeah, you're on the road to hell. Yeah.
Now check that song out if you don't know it. Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas. It's a nice song. REA, Rea, Driving Home for Christmas.
And if you enjoyed tonight's Christmas song show, it was brought to you by who, Brian?
Again, it was brought to you by DJ. Yeah, everybody's pulling on Alzheimer's tonight.
Yeah.
Did he do that already? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
DJ Event Planner.
Check
him out in the description of this video. Thanks for looking out, Eric. And thank you for tuning in. Happy holidays to you. We will see you next week.